We are in England. Year 1064. Anglo-Saxon period. At this time, Edward the Confessor is reigning. Edward is a peaceful and devout king, with a powerful army at his back, who has a close relationship with the House of Godwin, an Anglo-Saxon noble family. In fact, Godwin, the Earl of Wessex, helped Edward to win the crown, and Edward married his daughter Edith. One day in 1064, Harold Godwinson, one of Godwin of Wessex's sons, is sent on an embassy to France. Harold lands at Ponthieu, where Guy I, Count of Ponthieu, captures him and takes him prisoner. William, Duke of Normandy, sets him free and, in return, Harold promises him the crown of England on Edward's death. After some time serving William, Harold returns to England. In 1066, Edward falls gravely ill and, on his deathbed, he appoints Harold as his successor. On 5 January 1066, Edward dies and, as he had no sons, a battle for the succession to the crown begins. Thus, 4 candidates appear. The first of these, Harold Godwinson, had been designated by the king as the heir to the crown, and was, therefore, considered the legitimate heir. William, Duke of Normandy, also aspired to the throne, as Harold had promised him during his stay in France. Harald Hardrada, Viking King of Norway, claimed to be the rightful heir to the crown, as Viking kings preceding Edward had promised it to him in their time. Finally, Edgar Aethling, Edward's nephew, though young and inexperienced, also aspired to the crown because of his royal blood. Finally, the royal council, known as the Witan, meets and, on the day of Edward's burial, 6 January 1066, proclaimed Harold Godwinson king. William, enraged because Harold had broken his promise, decides to travel to England to take the crown from him. Harold moves south with his army, awaiting William's arrival. However, William's attack is delayed for months and months, as his fleet is unable to sail due to weather conditions. Meanwhile, Harold and Tostig, the former Earl of Northumbria, appear in the north, ready to conquer England. Morcar, the current Earl of Northumbria, and his brother Edwin, the Earl of Mercia, attempt to stop them at Gate Fulford, near the city of York. Edwin and Morcar are defeated, and Harold and Tostig advance north. Harold, hearing of the invasion, quickly travels north and surprises Harold and Tostig at Stamford Bridge, where he manages to defeat them. After the Battle of Stamford Bridge, William finally manages to leave for England and lands in the south. Harold, who was in the north, has to travel south at full speed. He stops for 5 days in London to recruit troops, and meets William on Senlac Hill, near Hastings, on 14 October 1066. The battle begins in Harold's favor, but eventually his army is defeated and Harold is killed. After the Battle of Hastings, the Witan meets and proclaims Edgar Aethling king. William, in response, sends troops to take Winchester and marches on London, destroying everything in his path. Finally, at Berkhamsted, near London, Edgar submits to William and oaths to obey him. Thus begins the reign of William, henceforth known as William the Conqueror.